What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and we're here live in Moxie's Up and Over bar, and we're doing the robot with the bar bot. Ooh, ooh. You can actually get a badass rank for dancing with bar bot, so if you haven't done that yet, making sure you get your ass over here to DJ Boom and DJ Rang. These are the, I'm pretty sure, the Daft Punk, the Easter egg in the game. So what we're doing here inside the bar is I'm going to be giving you guys a quick rundown of my build that I've been using for Nisha for the past couple weeks, because a lot of you guys have been interested in seeing what I've done with her, and I have no problem sharing her. But before I do, I know there's going to be people that come in the comments and be like, oh my god, you take this skill, put it with that skill, and then you get this class mod and that weapon and legendaries. Yeah, I know that I could do a ton more damage with Nisha, but I think the cool thing about this build is this is something that you can actually aspire towards building in like a reasonable amount of time. I actually had this whole build done by the time I was level 50. So that's pretty cool. So these weapons are actually really easy to get. This is Miss Moxie's Vibra Pulse. This is probably one of the weapons that everybody should have on every single character in the game, especially since you get them for free. All you gotta do is go out Miss Moxie's back door, and then you come inside. Yes, you come inside her back door, and then that box will respawn, and then you can get yourself some level 50 Moxie gear. And actually, everything that comes inside Miss Moxie's box is actually pretty decent and worth having at level 50. Watch, I'll open this up for you. You can go ahead and see what's gonna be in there. We'll have the Kiss of Death. Then we have the Miss Moxie Vibra Pulse once again. And we have Miss Moxie's Slammer, which this is a really cool shield because if you get hit, it makes little boosters that give you movement speed, fire rate, and reload speed. And all your friends can pick them up too. So it's actually really, really useful. And if you go ahead and farm this box, make sure you get a shock Kiss of Death, because ain't nobody want no corrosive Kiss of Death. Get the fuck out of here. Pow! So, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of my build. We gotta get up here by the robot. That way you can have a little bit of background music for you guys. Alright, so this is my Vladoff TMP. You could probably interchange this with an Anarchist Vladoff pistol. They'll probably both do about the same damage. The Anarchist might be a little bit better, but I got this out of the golden box. Everybody gets golden keys. You probably have a couple of them to spend. You probably should save a few for level 50 so you can get a couple weapons and not be totally dog shit assed out at level 50. But my shield is just a normal regular purple TDR shield. If this was Borderlands 2, this would be called a cracked sash. The best thing about it is it recharges like almost instantly. Look at that recharge, like 1.62. And she has a couple skills in her tree. It's gonna help out a little bit with that. We'll talk about that in just a second. And then we got the Dramatic Desperado class. Well, this is the reason why I named this build the Drama Queen, because it's Dramatic Desperado. Look at that cooldown rate, 31% on a cooldown. That's already faster than a motherfucker. We get 38% pistol gun damage, and I'm usually a fan of blue class mods inside of Borderlands 2, and Borderlands pre-sequel is no different. I got the +6 on the High Noon skill and +5 on the Ruthless skill, and what that's gonna do is not only lengthen the time that we're inside of Showdown, but it's also gonna give us a lot more damage. We'll get into that when we get into the actual skill tree. My Oz kit, critical hit damage, baby. That's why I'm always hopping around in the air. I get 63 motherfucking percent extra critical hit damage, and I also get 52% weapon accuracy, and I just hip fire all day long with Nisha anyway, so having a little bit of extra weapon accuracy never hurts. But that 63% critical hit damage though. The only thing that would make this better if this was ice damage. Ice damage would be awesome to have on this class mod. But, like I said, everything here is stuff I found 100% out in the wild, and that's why I like this. This is a build that you could build just while playing the game. And then I rocked a Lob Tesla. I'm pretty sure I have a Skyrocket here too that I picked up from one of the celebration barrels. They're still out there too, so if you have a chance to pick up one of these contraband Skyrockets, you probably should, because they scale to your level. You could probably just give this to one of your other characters out there, and you'll have no problem just, kicking ass with this. This is actually a really strong grenade. And then we have the Lob Tesla. This is probably, hey, that's the Lob Tesla. This is a Lob Tesla. There we go. This, just because I usually use Stormfronts and Quasars in Borderlands 2, and I just like having that damage shock over time. And you could use these to activate the oxygen depots that you see laying around. If you use shock damage, you can turn them on and off from a distance with shock. So when I'm running out of health, I'm just throw one of those and jump into a big pile of oxygen, and I get my oxygen back, baby. But I really do like that, because shock and frost damage is probably the only two elements that I actually really give a fuck about in this game. I don't really care about corrosive too much, unless you're fighting one of those goddamn big ass, what the hell are them damn things called? The doll fighters. I hate them damn things. They always come by with their abduction laser, and they kick the shit out of me. So, let's go ahead and get into the actual skill tree, because I know you guys are probably like, what the fuck? So, of course, respect into Showdown. This gives us our aimbot wall hacks action skill. So, let's go ahead and take a look over here. We got Order. Mac, why the fuck did you go 1 out of 1 in Order? Well, because I only have to spec 1 skill point into this skill, and I get a chance to heal quite a bit of damage that's done to me. So, of course, I'm gonna just spend 1 skill point and get a little bit of health regeneration. Why the fuck not? I like 1 of 1 skills, and you give me a 1 of 1 skill at the top like that, usually I'll take it almost like 90% of the time. So, let's go ahead and get into the Fan to Hammer tree. This is the tree that I've actually gone down while specking through 1 through level 30, I think it was, level 1 through 25, somewhere around there. So, anyway, the first skills we got here is 5 out of 5 in Saddle Up. Now, this gives us movement speed and gun damage for a short period of time. Now, even though it's a kill skill, the one thing I've noticed about Borderlands the pre-sequel is when you're playing as Nisha, if you walk into an area, pool Showdown, everything dies, and then you move on to a new area, pool Showdown, everything dies. And you don't really have to worry about, having kills outside of her Showdown, because you always have her Showdown. It recharges in 16 seconds. So by the time you make it to the next group of enemies, you already have Showdown recharged. You don't have to worry about, all these other skills that it works outside of Showdown. So then we got Ruthless. This is, like I said, it works to make Showdown extend. So we get an extra second for every kill during Showdown with this class mod boosting up to 10 out of 5. 1 second per kill. Now, when you look at this and her duration only lasts 6 seconds, and you know how fast you can kill people, you basically have almost infinite Showdown until the enemies are dead in the area. That's what I like about this build. I don't have to worry about aiming or doing anything outside of Showdown. Everything I do is pretty much inside of Showdown, and when I'm outside of Showdown, I'm just waiting for Showdown to recharge. That's all. No need to waste bullets outside of Showdown unless I need to recharge my health with my Moxie Vibra Pulse. But usually that goes back to Order, taking damage in between Showdowns, and Order will give you a chance to heal. So it actually works pretty good. And then we got Bottled Courage. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, you should probably put this 5 into that 5 over there. If I was using Jacob's weapons where I had, like, half my clip was these last 6 bullets, yeah. But with my TMP, I have a magazine size of 35. Them last 6 bullets don't really matter as much as those first 29 do. So what I have is this recharges my shields when I go into Showdown. So all that damage that I'm taking in between Showdowns, yeah, boom! Now I get to go and have my shield recharge really, really fast because I'm using that purple Tedior shield. And as soon as I enter Showdown, any damage that I'm already taking is just going to go right back to my shields because it's just going to recharge my shields right back up. And if I don't take any damage for like a second, boom! My shield goes all the way back up to 100%, and any lull stacks that I get will probably heal me in between that. So it works out really, really well when you're actually doing this and getting through each area through Showdown. So the next one I have is Short Fuse. This is a kill skill that after killing an enemy, all your shots deal bonus extra explosive damage for a short period of time. Why the fuck not? It's 1 out of 1, and, you know, just gotta get down to the rest of the skill tree anyway, so, yeah, of course, I'm gonna take that. Explosive damage is always welcome inside of Borderlands. There's not a time inside of Borderlands where I don't want explosive damage. Somebody, do you want explosive damage? But like, well, do I have to sacrifice fire rate, accuracy, or anything else? No, this is just bonus explosive damage. Well, fuck yeah, power that shit on. 1 skill point, no big deal. So, then we're gonna go all the way down to high noon. Now, this gives us bonus to gun damage the longer we are in Showdown. And look at that, 33% extra gun damage per second. And then we have Showdown only lasted 6 seconds, but every kill I get adds on another second. So, if you time Showdown right, and you actually watch that little ticker down, keep going down, and you get your kills in a succession that keeps your Showdown going, you could do a very large amount of damage in a very short period of time. That is a lot of damage per second. 33% extra damage per second. So even if I don't extend Showdown at all once, that's 6 seconds that I'm getting 33% extra damage per second. That's fucking crazy. So, let's go ahead and move down for 1 for each of you. Why do I have this? That's why, motherfucker. Moving on. Yeah, it allows me to dual wield at all times. All pistols will digistruct a copy to your left hand. That's why. Let's go ahead and move on to the Riflewoman tree. Now, this is actually a really cool tree because there's a lot of really good skills in here that mesh really well with what we've chosen over here. So, first off, Snapshot. When firing from the hip, you dramatically increase accuracy and recoil reduction. Why do we spec into this? That's why. Moving on. We also got 5 out of 5 for Quick Shot because after reloading, you get increased gun damage and fire rate when shooting from the hip. That's why. It empties clips really fast and does a large amount of damage. If you watched my video of me kicking the shit out of the raid boss, you'll see every time I reload with them TMPs, the boss's health just goes just right down, gone for good. So now we got Unchained. Shooting an enemy grants you increased fire rate with all gun types. So not only are we increasing fire rate after we reload, but just the act of shooting an enemy will give us extra fire rate. And considering that Showdown does all the aiming for us, you don't really have to worry about hitting enemies because it does it on its own. You don't have to aim down a sight or anything. You just kind of point in the general direction and Showdown will take care of it for you. So I actually have 2 into Bonafide Grit just because I had 2 extra skill points and I like a little bit of extra critical hit damage and health regeneration, so why the fuck not? Let's go ahead and move down to Impatience. Killing an enemy grants you a stack of Impatience, increasing your reload speed by 20%. And this is why I like them TMPs, because not only do they reload really fast, but with this skill inside of Showdown after I get a kill, I can reload that weapon without worrying about my Showdown going down too much, because all I gotta do is get another kill, and then boom, I'm boosting back another second with that kill after I reloaded, so it's no big deal. I don't have to worry about anything. This build pretty much takes care of itself. This is why I love it. It's basically like my autopilot build. You just kind of run through the game, hit your action skill, hold out the trigger, and everything dies. And that goes along with this skill, Tombstone. After killing an enemy, all hits have a chance to count as a critical hit for a short period of time. Now, originally I was spec'd into Crackshot because I was getting some pretty good damage off that, but then when I switched over to here, I found out that 30% extra critical hit damage, that 30% does live by the Gearbox rule of math. So if you guys remember that 12% for silence the voices, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys remember that with Krieg. It's only a 12% chance to hit yourself in the face. Well, how come I've done it 9 times in a row now? I don't want to hit myself in the face anymore. So, this is a really good skill because, I mean, we're not really aiming. We're just making sure bullets hit enemies. And if a bullet's gonna hit an enemy, why not have a chance for it to be a critical hit? Especially since, you know, we're boosting critical hit damage here already 63%. So you don't really have to worry about aiming while you're in the air with Showdown, because all your bullets are directly hitting every enemy because it's just being done by your action skill. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And then we're gonna go down to the last skill here, the Unforgiven. During Showdown, all shots that hit enemies ricochet towards other nearby enemies, dealing 10% weapon damage per hit. Also, Showdown ending triggers an explosion on enemies who have been shot by you. Now that is what happens at the end of Showdown when you see her pull out that C4 detonator. A lot of people have been asking me, what the fuck is that skill? That's what it is. When you shoot enemies, bullets ricochet to other enemies. So even if you didn't kill the other enemies that are left after Showdown, they're not living through that. And if they do, they're probably a badass. But the reason why I've spec'd into this is because I just jump into a middle of enemy, right? Bunch of enemies, I jump into there, I do my Showdown, enemies die, they get hit with bullets, and if I happen to go down in the middle of Showdown, I can get right back up because when Showdown ends, she automatically pulls the C4 out. So any enemy that's been hit with my bullet that has a bomb inside of them now, if they put me down during Showdown, pow, motherfucker! Second win, bitch! Every single time. It is awesome. And it even works against the raid boss, because if you're shooting a raid boss in the face and you're doing it during Showdown, then your bullets are bouncing off the raid boss's face into all the surrounding enemies, and those Sarah Guardians do not have a lot of health. So I'm pretty sure that the 10% of weapon damage that they're being hit by is enough to take down their shields, and then if they put you down while you're fighting the raid boss, bing! As soon as you're out of Showdown, you're gonna pull out that C4, and it's gonna pick yourself right back up. It's almost like an instant button of resin yourself, and it's absolutely amazing. But that's my build. That is my Drama Queen Nisha build. It has absolutely no legendaries at all. It does a lot of damage. We recharge shields pretty fast. We got a little bit of health regeneration on there. And when we need health, we can just pull out Miss Moxie's Vibra Pulls, bust out Showdown, and that's enough to, you know, recharge your health very, very quickly. So, my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. If you guys have any questions or comments, or just leave them down in the comment section down below. If you're gonna tell me, oh my god, if you had a Maggie in this fucking class mod, that class mod, you'd be king shit of Turd Mountain. Motherfucker, I don't need to be king shit of Turd Mountain. I'm a drama queen. So, my name's Jay. MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later.